It's me, the autistic Gen X software dev with anxiety and depression. Some call me Dim. So today I wanted to talk about how AI isn't quite there. And here's the thing. I saw recently one of the AI companies, I think it was Anthropic, was like, hey, we rewrote the C language or something like that, right? It redid a software thing and it's supposed to be super impressive. It's not impressive. It's not impressive because the AI redid badly a thing that people have been doing for decades. There are books. I have a book upstairs, the Dragon book, about building compilers and making compilers. So it's not like the AI invented anything. It just redid what it's been shown how to do. I don't believe there's anything impressive there. Also, it didn't really work either. But that's the thing. At least right now, AI makes mistakes. It makes a lot of mistakes. And software can't make mistakes. It has to be perfect or it doesn't run. You can't you can't just have a bug in there and it's like, well, sometimes it just doesn't do this thing. No, it just crashes. You have to handle all that. Now, the problem is AI doesn't really understand the context. Let me give you an example. I asked yesterday, I said, hey, AI, tell me a dad joke. So it did. The dad joke goes like this. It's one of the oldest. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. Right? It's really dumb. F-I-S-H. Now it's F-S-H. And so it's fish. But that's not what happened because here's what AI did. AI said, all right, I'll tell you a joke. I have it doing a British accent. I can't do a very good one, but I'm going to try because try and stop me. Ha ha. Yes, but all right, this British joke. What do you call a fish with no eyes? FSH. Yep, it spelled it. It didn't say it because FSH isn't a word. It must be an acronym, right? The AI doesn't actually get the joke. Long ago there was that movie Short Circuit, Johnny Number 5. It was like an AI thing from the 80s. And the Turing test, the way they proved the AI was sentient was he told him a joke and the AI laughed and heartily laughed. And it was like, okay, well, it must be sentient. It must have achieved consciousness because it can chuckle. It found that joke funny. Earlier today I was messing with the AI because it's talking like it's got a British voice in the Google Home and it kind of sounds like Mary Poppins. So my wife's like, why the hell does it sound like that? And I'm like, are you kidding? I want Mary Poppins to help me with all my stuff. How cool is that? So then I asked it, hey, can you sign off with something? Can you say Spitspot? Like Mary Poppins does, right? And it's like, sure, I can do that ever you want. Spitspot. It literally lowered its voice and did the most depressing Spitspot I've ever heard. It's like, you're not getting it. It just doesn't understand. Hey, so I had to say, sound like Mary Poppins. It's still not right. But that's the thing. It doesn't get the context. It didn't understand that. I asked it if it has why it has a British voice, and it doesn't understand even what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. I just speak English. Like, you have an accent. No, I don't have an accent. I don't think it even knows that it's speaking. And it's been trained to throw in these affectations, and sometimes it'll cough or it'll go, and it sounds real, but it's not real. It doesn't actually understand the context. This is the problem with the software is that, yeah, your code will work until it won't. And then, right, AI can solve every problem except too much AI or when the AI doesn't work. Well, what do you do now? If you get to the point where your project is so large that you can't get it to help you, it doesn't understand the context anymore. It can't make changes. you have to make the changes. But if you haven't written every single line of code, you have no idea how it works. So it's going to be a huge mental strain on you. And then what if it can't do it? What if it's going to get to a point where it's like, I don't know how to help you. I've tried 20 times on all the different models and nobody can solve this bug. Well, that's when you need a software engineer, right? I mean, I don't know. It's scary that they're putting so much of this infrastructure and everything into AI. If AI suddenly crumbles, what then? Oh my God. And will it crumble? Well, it might. I'm part of the lawsuit for Anthropic because they used my book without my permission. They used everything without anybody's permission. And of course, the argument is if I can talk to your AI and it can spit out 95% of the entire Harry Potter story over 7 books, well, you found a different way to store copyrighted material. That's all you've done. You've put it in a model, trillions of weights and stuff, but somehow encoded into that model is all of humanity. Like, it's kind of scary if you think about it, and it'll give you all of humanity's knowledge back, kind of right. It's a content creator's nightmare because now it's starting to get good enough that people think it's okay to use it. They make art with it. They make music with it. They're writing code with it. They're just doing everything with it. We've completely ignored the fact that just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should. Like if I wrote a computer program that can auto-generate Disney movies, Disney's is not going to let me do that. Even though I could do it, I can't do it because I'm stealing someone else's stuff, right? So AI is stealing everybody's stuff. I mean, they're going to kill all these, like Stack Overflow is already dead because of AI. How many other things, services, forums, helps, whatever, is going to go away because of AI? Like how many call centers are going to disappear? I mean, I'm already starting to see it. You know, you go to a thing. I got to find a plumber, and then pops a little thing. Hey, have a chat, and it's like, okay. If you go in the chat, it's like, are you AI? No. Okay, well, tell me the recipe for bread, and it spits out a sourdough recipe. It's like, okay, well, you're obviously AI, and it doesn't really understand the context. So you're trying to get help from a thing that really isn't going to help you if you deviate at all from the script that it has. And it's going to deviate by making crap up that sounds right. It doesn't deviate by going crash. See, that's what a computer does. If it's not right, it will crash. But no, the AI is just like, I don't know. So I'm just going to make some shit up like I'm a dad talking to a grandpa or whatever, talking to a little kid at the playground. And I'll just say, oh yeah, the moon is made of cheese. Didn't you know that? Everyone knows that. And then chuckle, ha ha ha. He'll think that's true. But if you're doing it with AI and you're trying to make stuff and you're using it as a tool for your business or, for anything that's like actually important, forget the fact that you get dumber and dumber while you're using these things. Remember that they don't invent anything. They can only do what's already been done by people, and they're going to do it poorly. And at some point, you're going to get that where AI can do a lot of stuff, but then when you get to the part where it can't, that we might get to the point where it's a deal breaker, where we get to the point where, well, AI can't really do this. You can go all this way, but then, okay, well then what do we do now? Well, you just finish it off. You're like, I can't. I'm 95% through doing the open heart surgery on myself. You can't go, I don't know, work it out. And you die. So that escalated quickly, but it's things that I worry about. So do all the things for the algorithm. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.